This is game 1 for round 2 on the winner's side. And I'm against Mangert or Lord Vorx, if you've seen him on the Discord server. He's running Wise Guys, and obviously I'm on Ixik. Now, this is also another matchup I think I'm favored into. And it's one of the main reasons, actually, I decided to bring this deck to the tournament. Because right now in the meta, I mean, you can argue, and there's different opinions, but a very common opinion is that Strike and Underworld Burn are the top 2 decks. And Wise Guys is a deck that does very well into Strike and has a solid matchup into Burn. So one of the reasons I decided to bring Ixik is because I expect it to run into Wise Guys. And it also does decently into Burn, decently into Strike, but that's closer. But I think it's a very good matchup into Wise Guys. So seeing this, I'm happy. Even though I'm going second, I'm happy. And I'm also very happy to see Ground and Grapple in my starting hand. And look at that. Mulligan got Brave Glen. So I'm assuming he's not going to run into Zelf because... Oh, and the reason... I guess I didn't really explain. The reason this matchup is good is because Wise Guys is a slower deck. You're playing a decent... Because you don't have Mind Mash anymore. You're playing a lot of attacks. You're trying to heal and use your Music to... and Garv to outvalue the opponent. So Enrehep gets a lot of value in this matchup. Rec 5 gets a lot of value. And also I have Zelf. So if I was going first, I would be able to jump his backline. So here, because of that, yeah, obviously he's not going to attack into Zelf because then I get 3 extra counters on Enrehep. Instead, he's just going to go right for Ixik. Using Garv to flip my leash makes so much sense. And I think what I'm going to do here is use Enrehep's ability. Oh, I guess I'm attacking first, so I don't need to. Oh, yeah, the location is non-attack damage to 0, which I don't like because I want to be able to use Recklessness. So I'm playing Ground and Grapple. Oh, yeah, and then also the Swap Brawn, however you say it, the Swap Brawn, I think so, is also a very good location to Wise Guys because engaged creature with the lowest courage fails all checks on attacks it plays. So Avena, as you can see in the bottom right, has the same amount of courage as Ixik. And this is because she's being support. She has support 5 on all disciplines. When you control, I think it's Muge or I think it's when you control a Muge. So Avena gets 5 from Drabe and 5 from Garf to get to 90 courage. But if I'm against someone other than Avena, like Ikatosh with Gigantroper, which is a tough combat, that's 90 energy, and I'm on the Swap Brawn, well, now Ikatosh is failing all checks. So that's a lot of Wise Guys' damage is gone. That's why I have this location in my deck. So I wouldn't want to play it now. I'd want it when I'm against, or in my next combat, my next turn, I would want it. So I put it on the bottom. I put Hunter's Perimeter second, I think. And then I'm going to put the one first, and I'm just going to reveal it because I don't want this Royal Mipedian Academy in play. Yeah. Yeah, see first. On top, reveal it. There we go. And then I'm pretty sure I'm going to use Enrehep now. Yep, Enrehep. Nice. And I got locations ready to go. Flashmend. We're chilling. I mean, Marksman or Brave Glint here is fine. Probably Marksman because it takes up 2 slots in my attack hand. Piercing Brilliance, we'll do 15. So I'm feeling really good here. I want to keep on the pressure. It is Avena, so I'm playing Brave Glint. Yeah, they use Symphony of Shielding to block it. Oh, but they are playing some pretty weak attacks here. What is Guard being used for? So I'm assuming this is Gurgith Tar. It is. That's a heal 20. So I know it looks like they're definitely committing to this. And it is a Vena, so it makes sense. Rarely are Wise Guys players not committing to their Avena in combat because Avena is their strongest fighter. Easily. But we're getting lucky that he's drawing poorly. That's been 3 zeros and an out freeze. I think an out freeze is also weak. I think the only good attack was Piercing Brilliant so far. We're also okay. We're also drawing poorly. But we had some really strong attacks to start. So, yeah. Velocitrap. At this point, I'm feeling really good about this combat. We have all our music available. These drape to heal. Okay, he's got a good attack. Mind Razor is going to deal 30. So I'm assuming like this or Directed Bravery are both dealing 30. 2 big attacks. Let me negate this. I'm expecting some either Refrain of Denial or Interlude. To dodge Interlude, I play this off Zelf. Yeah, Refrain of Denial. I have a second attack hate music. I have Aegis. I make sure to play it off Zelf, I think, or Renan. I'm playing it off Renan. Probably should have played that off Zelf. Yeah, I don't think there's any reason to play this off Renan. Just play it off Zelf. I'm trying to just dodge Interlude. Play it off Zelf, so I have another 10 healing on Renan if it comes up. I'm probably not, because I have 4 more music to cast, but still. It's another Refrain of Denial, so I don't get to negate the attack. But now I know that I can at least cast the music off Zelf and it'll go through. Because even if they have an interlude, Zelf has another counter. So I know I can get at least one of my carnivores in. Yeah, okay, this is perfect. Sediment Storm Shield. Quick exit does 10. And see, look how much how many attacks have been thrown in this combat? How much value is Enrihep getting? That's why this deck, the loyal version, is really good into Wise Guys. I'm sure the mixed version still has might be a little favored, but the loyal version having Enrihep is huge. I think the reason people play mix is because it's a little stronger into strike. I think that's why. And you can have a stronger defender in Smilden. Okay, so we're playing Streak Strike, which is going to deal 15, which means Rhyme's only going to deal 10 to us. But we're casting the Karn now anyways, because we don't take any recklessness damage, so it's okay to cast it a little early. See, we took 10 damage because we're at 35. Interthink. So I'm assuming this counter is going to go on Drabe. I went on Garv. Oh, that makes more sense, because Drabe is... That was smart by him. Drabe is 15 energy, but if you play it on Garv and then flip up this, what I assume is Gurgithar, yeah, that's 20. So it's more value. But we're still looking like we're in a good spot. The only thing is if he has Interlude, he can block our next Karn. Okay. But he's drawing poorly. Gravel Grind is 15. It's enough. Wait, it's 10. Oh, yeah, sorry, Leash is down. What am I saying? Oh, and then here... What did I... So I realized later that he's running Bodil's Arsenal. Here I just kind of like randomly banish... What did I banish? Rhyme, just because I don't like Rhyme. I should have thought, okay, what possible scenarios will something come back? Either if he's running Castle Momark. I have not seen Wise Guys run Castle Momark ever. It's possible, though. So if Ivana was dead, I could have banished it, but in this case, it doesn't matter. There's no dead creatures. So it's either Mujik, which is like Castle Bodrin. So I guess he could be running Castle Bodrin. But Bodil's Arsenal is a common location in this deck. I should have thought that through, and I should have banished one of the Gurgithars. Because there's a chance Gravelgrind comes back before he gets a Bodil's Arsenal. I can banish the second one. And then... when he gets Bodil's Arsenal, he can't return any of his gear. That was a misplay by me. Now, Directed Bravery is going to deal 30. So, here, if he has... if he has what was I gonna say? If he has interlude, he's gonna block my Karn. And actually, what I realized here is I didn't need to cast Carnivore's Keening. Well, you'll see. You'll see. I want to see if you can figure out. I'm saying Directed Bravery does 30. It's not going to deal 30. See if you guys can figure out why Directed Bravery is not going to deal 30 here. And look, he interluded my Karn. And I think here I'm panicking. Like, okay, Ixix is going to die. But then I realize it's not going to deal 30. And I heal with Renan. Get myself to 30. Look, Avena died, right? Because remember, Avena has Recklessness 5, which you saw. And sometimes I see... Or the one thing I think some players don't know is if your creature dies before the attack goes off, all damage modifiers your creature has goes away. So the reason... So Directed Bravery here, base damage is only 25. But Avena has Outperform Courage 5 and Outperform Wisdom 5, which means instead of 25, it does 35. Then Alav reduces that to 30. But because Avena dies from Recklessness before Directed Bravery goes through, it actually only does 20 damage, not 30, because you lose both of those Outperform bonuses. So I realized that, and then I heal with Renan, because I realized, oh, I'm going to survive. Because you'll see, Avena's going to die, and Ixik is going to have 10 energy left. So actually, I had no reason to cast Carnivores there. See, 10 energy. I had no reason to cast Carnivores there. So that was a mistake, again, by me. Misplay. Did not need to play Carnivores. And that's the same thing for, like, elemental damage mods. So, like, Kara the Fierce with Fire 10. If he's dying from Recklessness on his attack, or if you burn him, like, if you cost Cannon Casualty and he's going to die before his attack goes off, that Fire 10 is not going to be in play. It's not going to matter. So if it's like a Fire Ram, which has base 30, it's only going to deal 30. So here, remember my ground and grapple? I literally set this up before. I set this up to get the swap Brawn. And look, he moved up Ikatosh. And now he's got less courage. None of his stat check attacks are going to deal any damage. Because he fails all stat checks. This is awesome. This is ideal. Because Ikatosh is a tough creature to beat. So yeah, Carnivores so good attack, but we're just dealing more damage with Leash. He doesn't have enough wisdom for the third challenge on Mindrazor. So any 2BB attacks he has could have like Directed Bravery. It doesn't deal any damage. It's base 5 and it gets reduced by Alav, so it does 0. So here I'm saving Grapple because I know I'm winning this combat. Like he's got no resources. I know his best attack is Mindrazor, which does 15. So I knew I was safe at 40 energy. No reason to use Grapple. But I should have used Earth Shape, though. I should have thrown away Earth Shape because even if Carnival comes up, I still keep Earth. Like, I run Carnival myself in this deck. So that was no reason to hold that there. So he's coming with Garv. I think he's... Wait, why is he coming with Garv and not Tartarek on this location? Maybe he wants to save Tartarek. He's probably thinking he wants to save Tartarek to try and take out the second one. Could just be that. Because Tartarek is his best fighter here. And Garv would be his second best. That's probably why. He realized if he attacks with Tartarek, even if he kills one, I'm just going to kill him right back. So he has to somehow win this with Garv. So Interthink, get the counter on Dre, Funnel Blast. I could have grappled, but I'm just feeling good in this spot. Like, I don't feel like... See, Directed Bravery only did 15. I don't feel worried at all. I'm like, I don't need to play grounding. And I have a Tune of Zerium available as well. Send him a Storm Shield. Because I'm always thinking, if I've seen his whole attack deck, okay, what's his strongest attack? How much damage can I deal? Am I safe from it? His strongest attack is either Directed Bravery or Mindrazor. Mindrazor, he doesn't have 50 Wisdom, so it's only going to deal 15. On this location, it'll deal 20 because it outperformed Wisdom 5. Or Directed Bravery, which will also deal 20 on this location. No, deal 15 because it's 25 normally. But he doesn't make the courage check. It's only 15. Oh, and then outperform wisdom 5 makes it 20, but then courage actually by 5 makes it 15, and then he'll have actually directed bravery only does 10. So I think he played earlier, only did 10 damage. So the most he can do with one attack right now is 15. So I'm feeling really good. I should play my Earth Shape right now. Okay, I think I could have held on to grapple, to be honest. I don't think I needed to play it. I was fine. I think I played that a little too early. Okay, wait, what order did I do that in? I should have clicked them. Easier to figure it out on the rewatch. Okay, let's see, grapple. So we have Silchaw's Academy. Academy doesn't really do anything for us. Silchaw's is nice if he's coming with Tartarek, because I'm going to have 90 energy. He has what, base 65? I'm fine if we're both swinging 20 damage at each other. And that way his directed braveries or mind razors are reduced. So let's see. Do I keep Silchaw's on top? Because Academy doesn't really do anything. Yeah, okay, so see how I did? Silchaw's was second, but then I revealed Academy. Oh, was that the end of the game? Oh yeah, okay, he FF'd after this. Ground and grapple. So it didn't really matter my order. But yeah, see, I had the last one you saw was Royal Academy, because Silchaw's is now on top because I'm revealing Royal Academy. So yeah, I remember here I knocked out Garv. He's like, yeah, I'm not winning this. Said GG, FF'd. And then we went on to round 2. So now this is round 2. Oh, that was a bad mulligan. Let's see. Let me just go back. Okay, Funnel Blast. And I always try and... I went back too far. I always try and high roll. So if I have a 1 BP, I don't care. I always try and mulligan and see if I get high ones. There's an argument to keep the 1 BPs, but I like to try and get lucky. Got to give luck a chance. Got to give it a chance. But anyways, he gets to go first again. But you saw how much work Enray had put in that first combat, Ivana versus Ixik. So that's just my game plan again. Enray up on Ivana, and then use all my resources, and we should win that combat. But this location is good. That extra 5 damage is good for him, especially when he is Zerium, so sometimes my attacks are getting capped at 20 anyways, and I can't take advantage of the Foothold Assault Trent's plus 5. So he's Garving, what, leash down again? Yeah, leash down. Makes sense. Okay, so maybe I'm not doing 20 with all the attacks. This will help. He's starting off with 20 damage. Let's see if we get a decent draw. Okay, Earth Balls. 20 damage, back at him. Oh, I didn't end Rahab. Oh, maybe I was thinking, I think because my attack hand was weak, I just said, you know what, I'm not going to use my end Rahab. I'm going to end Rahab next on my turn. Yes, see, I'm just getting rid of my zeros. Yeah, that's what happened. Velocitrap's going to deal 15. But obviously, if I get him down, I'll try and force some resources out. No, okay, he's playing Mind Razor. Yes, so I didn't play anything. I thought, you know what, my attack hand sucks. It's a little bit of an uphill battle then if I try and go for it. But then I'm like, okay, so this was good. I could have been punished for that play if I didn't have grapple in my hand. See how Royal Academy came up? I could have been punished. Thankfully, since I have grapple, I can attack into Avena, grapple away Academy, and then use Enrehab. But that is something to consider, and I didn't consider. I just saw 2 zeros, and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to try and win this combat, especially if he's getting some good attacks, and he was. So, just something I should have kept in mind. Oh yeah, and I decided here, I could have gone for Avena here. Let me go. Can we go back, please? I could have... Oh my gosh. Don't know how to use this. There we go. I can just leave it like this. I could have gone for Avena here, but I figured Drabe is plus 30 energy. Gar flips up Gurgith. Now it's plus... Like, he's 50 energy worth of value. Interthink, that could turn into 65. I don't mind at all taking away 50 energy and giving up Enrahab. In terms of, I'll take out Drabe, I'll move Zelf, Renan, Enrahab up. I can't lose Alav. He's key. Bring Alav to the back. If Avena decides to take out Enrahab, I can use Zelf to jump back and take out Avena. And then there's enough where there's enough creatures here, or Zelfs I can throw in, or Renans I can throw in, where I won't get punished in terms of a showdown. But I figured that this trade-off in value would be worth it for me. That was my game plan here. I could have also just gone straight for Avena, but I think this is a worthy trade-off. Now, this was also, that was huge, and he said himself he realized immediately he misplayed. But if you saw that, he played Interthink. And look, Drabe doesn't have 75 wisdom. So he wasted an Interthink. He doesn't gain any counters on that. So that was big for me. Streak Strike for 20. Like, I'm easily winning this. Streak Strike. He will, I mean, he's got the counters, so he'll try and hold on here. It's always smart to hold on if you have more zeros in your hand and just get rid of them. Right, use your counters to keep Drave alive and get rid of them. What I find people don't do often enough is if they have a good attack hand, like for example, he didn't, so this is smart, he's playing a bunch of zeros. But if he had a good attack hand, Drabe, what some people don't do is they still re-healed into the Drabe even though it's a lost combat. Let him die. Now you have a great attack hand, Avena into Ixik next turn. Just something to keep in mind. Now I have double grapple. I think I throw away my marksman. Gurgith Tar to, that was to Garv, so Garv got an extra counter. Because he knew he was going to die. And then here, I'm pretty sure I move Alav out of the way of his Avena. That is what I should do. What am I checking here? Looking at the attacks. Probably looking at how many zeros he got to throw away there. Wondering if that was the right play. I mean, I got to double grapple. I'm definitely happy in this spot. So yeah, Alav is the key. Keep him at the back. And then I don't want that to block my card. So here, I think he's just thinking he wants to attack on Royal Academy because I can't use Enrahab. I mean, he could maybe assume I have one grapple, or he's hoping that I don't, right? I'm only 11 attacks into my attack deck. I could not have a grapple, but obviously I'm going to use it and then use Enrahab. Symphony of Shielding, that's fine. Silchaw's Mine is the best decision here. Block a lot of Avena's damage. Swat Brawn doesn't help, and Hunter's Perimeter doesn't do anything. So Silchaw's Mine's pretty big. Also, it's risky for him to go into Enrahab because I could jump back and attack Avena, but I also could keep going and maybe take out his back line. And if it's a final Ixik versus Avena, maybe he doesn't like his chances. So it's leaving it a bit up a chance. Director Bravery. So this is a big attack. This is going to deal 30. I think the same thing here happens as last game. I just use both my... Because we know each other's music lineups now, right? So I use both my attack hate music, I think. And then he just negates them. I don't really have anything that helps me get around his Refrain of Denial, so I'm like, well, I might as well just play the music. Okay, I played one. I guess I'm keeping one. Second Grounding. Rhyme of the Reckless. Oh, I missed talking about him flipping up Telebracers. That's my bad. But yeah, he used Guard to flip the Telebracers. That's why I run Overworld Library now. So I'm like, perfect, I use Grapple. Get back to another location. But see, he wanted to get rid of Silchaw so he could deal more damage. It makes sense. And Rhyme here is actually not too bad because his Zarium blocks a bunch of damage, only does 20. And so Rhyme's only going to deal 15 to us. And there we want Carnival because it gives us extra damage for elemental attacks. So something like Hammer Dash will deal 20 even without Leash. Another Directed Bravery. So here I play Aegis. Oh yeah, and then I remember. So you're gonna see I'm gonna play instead of Karn off Renan. Because I play it off him because I know he's got Melody of Miracles left and Interlude left. I'm gonna play Tune of Zarium. And that's because even though I have a gear on Ixik, I can sack it and get the other leash from my graveyard. Because I figured it was worth more. I get plus 15 energy instead of 30 from Karn, but now my attacks are doing plus 5. And I'll be able to cast another Karn anyways. So I can my Tune Zarium off. Because I know I'll be able to Tune Zarium and Karn later. I probably should have done that play. I could have even done that play a bit earlier. Because I was missing out on plus 5 on a bunch of my attacks. So that was actually a misplan. Yeah, I could have definitely done that. What are we at? We're on 1624. Okay. We could have played it like back here. Just play the music out. Like here, Melody of Mirage, Refrain of Denial. I should have Aegis, Refrain of Denial, and then just played Tune of Zarium. That was definitely a misplay on my part. Okay, here we go. So we play Karn. Okay, sorry. We played Carnivore's Keening. Wait, what? Why did that go back fast enough? We played Carnivore's Keening. Interlude, played a second one. So I knew I could get one off. And obviously the last counter I'm saving is off for none. We have Song of Shelter as our last music. It's not really useful. We know he's got a Melody of Miracles. So we're just hoping that we can hold on. I think he's played at this point. I've checked his attack that he's played all 4. He's played his Mind Razors and he's played his Directed Braveries. So I'm feeling good in this spot. And then we get the Avena. So here, do I actually remove... Okay, I removed Avena. Oh my gosh. Should have removed the gear. So here, I think I set up the same swap run. Yes, I did. I set it up with my last grapple. Exact same play as game 1. Carnowin. Another grapple. I think I just play that. My other attacks suck. And then I think Silchaw's mine for next turn. Out freeze. That looks like what I did. I just Silchaw's mine. So yeah, if you're worried about wise guys and you're a Mipedian player or any player, Ixik is a great deck into wise guys. The loyal one especially. Just get some recklessness on them. And you got a really big beefy dinosaur. He's going to tank a lot of attacks, and that Enrahep counter is going to put in so much work, as you can see here. And this was me going second. Like going first, you also have the option of using Zelf to jump. So it's a really big, if you're struggling with Overworld, it's a really big counter to that. You could even run like Wooden Pillar in here or something. If you really don't like Overworld, that's the location that costs an extra music counter to cast any Overworld music. He's got Mind Razor here. Okay, so Tartarek's putting up a fight. Earth Pulse. Interthink. You put a counter on Garv and flip down Leash. Makes sense. Oh, we got the Brave Glint, though. That's a big draw. He's got a sack to heal. He's drawing well. But we got a 1 BP that... Oh, wait, yeah, we don't have Leash. Piercing Brilliance. Okay, we're good. And I think that was the game. Unless he comes out with Garv. Can't remember. Oh my god, Tartarak. The Crooked Star was right there. Okay, no, that was it. Yeah, that was game. He said GG's. So that was round two. I was really happy to see Wise Guys in this matchup. I think that was. I mean, we used all our resources in both games, but you can definitely see how the matchup's favored. And we move on to round three, and Manger went to the losers side of the draw. And I think round three is the semifinals. It's like the finals of the winners bracket until like the finals, the full finals, which is playing the winner of the losers bracket. So that's going to be the next round.